Ke le kgopela le joining. Sunshine. Sunshine. Katli. Joiner.
Hello, when Tim Timplakane, Timplakaleki.
Team Black one. I only have one.
Talk. It's my daughter. She wanted to say hey to you. Say
Hi.
hey, girl.
Hey, Messiani.
Yeah,
Hi.
say it again. Speciali.
Hi.
I'm trying to get
Especially.
Yes. Yay, there you go. There you go. Say
Hey,
How are you?
good.
Oh my gosh.
She loves you. She loves you. She loves you.
Really? Oh, I love you too. I love you too. Thank
It was
you.
nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too, baby. Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Oh, she's so cute. She is so cute. Back to my filter.
Ganaka, etre.
Yeah.
Ganaka,
Electrical.
Zbam.
Sbonsignoni. Ever sbonsignoni, varei.
Para this one.
International calling.
Sancho, we check what she will. Studio will be like a
Victoria, guys, I'm releasing an EP. It's called Africanere.
Mologadi.
Hey, Victorious.
Ke ata mam. Ho jang?
Get sharp, boyna.
Na ka pele le mfreni.
Hey, Victorious. Babes, erke mosota. Di beke tsa go di sa pakilwa ke.
then.
Di tshopotsa mai.
Then.
A lebo. Ya
Ke
ra.
pala tlo filter ko bona ga botse bathong. Au wa filter e au ba.
Oh, you got just screenshots, Wayne.
Ke right then, ke right.
Rata ke nna.
Okay, bye.
Sure.
Bye.
Love, you can't.
I can't do
Ya
it.
rasa.
Everybody.
Let me switch off my life and then you can do it.
Oh, I can remove one and then. Oh, Hadi. I request.
Ba requestile.
So,
Yeah, that's better. But you can't do that. Why don't you wait? I'm gonna switch off the light now.
Hello.
You know, hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you, babes, but I can't see you.
I can see re change jwang to re umpone wena ene ke nyaka re umpone le ge bane I look crusty.
No, click at those. Oh, there you go.
Hi, how are you?
You sure, buena?
I'm good. Yo, sana ke neng ke re ke nyaka o meet her. Like I'm your biggest fan, bro.
Ah, Rakadihle, where you from?
I'm from Gae ke Tzaneen, Limpopo, but then I'm in Stellenbosch at the moment.
But you know what is still born, she.
Ah, ikano chaya. I'm gape sekolo.
How about you? What are hiding?
I'm actually flying back on Saturday. No,
On Saturday.
Friday night because life is just tough. But then I'm gonna come back and ride. So yeah.
Oh, okay. It's things I don't know how to go hiding, but
Where are you?
I'm in Pretoria.
Ish. I would say I was gonna see you on Saturday, but then I have to go to a funeral. So yeah.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
are Sarah lady? Rakadu delay. Can I get to know you? You give us like 2 seconds to
Yes.
be on this
Get to know me, babes. I'm here for
Alright.
you.
I don't know which questions to start, but this is the first question on my mind.
Yeah.
So I'm background why I'm asking this question. I got into HC here this year, right?
Yeah.
And I got the critical engagement portfolio, ne?
Okay.
And one of our topics is queer nature. I forgot the exact thingy title, but it's about being queer and getting queer people into leadership. And our deputy vice president of the SRC for the previous term was queer, right? And that made
Really?
like a huge thing. It was a big deal, especially because there's so many queer people here. And
Yeah.
how do you find that experience? Number one. Oh, so I have a queer friend. I made a new friend. She's amazing. But she
Okay.
shared her experience that when she got here in first year, her roommate asked to pray for her and to pray the queerness
The
away.
queen is away. Yeah. It
Um, okay.
okay. No, I was about to say that it happens because even with me, when I was doing my first year in 2021, I struggled to have a roommate because I got there first. So when everyone came to that dress, they had to like choose rooms and then see who they're going to stay with. So when boys would come to my room, they would be like, okay, no, we don't want to stay with him because they would see that, it's bad. Okay. So yeah, I struggled for a very long time up until I met this guy and he just accepted me the way I am. He's super straight. And trust you me, we built like a brotherhood from that day.
And how did you deal with the emotions, number one, that come with finding your identity in a new place, finding
Yeah.
your identity within the course that you're doing, as well as finding your identity with the people around you? How did you
I
deal with
get
that?
you. I didn't struggle much because where I come from, they made it a norm. This whole being different or being queer or being gay in my family, like my family members, my sisters and my mom and my dad, they just normalized it to a point that I didn't even realize that I was different from people. It's only when I came to Pretoria where people were like, stubborn, stubborn, stubborn. But it didn't get to me because I knew that, yes, I am gay and there's nothing that I can do to change it. Um, yeah, I didn't struggle much when I was in Pretoria. But when I was in primary and high school, your girl, it was hard. It was extremely hard.
And do you think maybe that affected the way that you view yourself? Do you have like things that or experiences that you still hold today that maybe carve a part of how you interact with other people?
100%. Also, like with the relations that I have with people that I date, it has affected that as well. It has
And you
affected
want to post really draw eh.
like a jaw, but it did. It really affected how I perceive myself. How I contain myself when I'm in relationships. I'm so lucky that I'm dating someone who is like, I don't see the prettiness in me, but he does. And he always affirms it to me. Like, he always tells me, Jorge, no, baby, when I'm on board, I always tell you that, you're good enough, you're pretty, you are all of that. So it really, really like played a huge role
By the way,
in
you're stunning.
Ke leboha, ke leboha hle. I'm only realizing it now. It took a very long time. To be honest, when I think it was 2022, when people were coming for my teeth and the structure of my teeth and my head and all of that, it used to get to me. But right now, trust you me, if a person comments and says, you're so ugly or you're gay or whatever, it doesn't even hit a nerve. Like, it's like, okay, try something else. I've heard that all my life. So, yeah, now I'm good.
And then going into content, like how did that come about? Like, oh, by the way, Gibilele some plaything and Bampidije Mologadi. That's how much I loved you. Like I was the bride and my name was Mologadi.
Really,
Yes. By
I
the way,
love
I'm
that.
not focused on the comments. So anyone who's on the comments, thank you so much for what you guys are saying.
They love you. They love you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So
going into content,
yeah, content. What about content?
how did you number one find the character yeah Mulogadi and how do you know so there are three questions. How do you know how to differentiate this is time to be Mulogadi? This is what's
This
your real
is
name?
Titus.
This is time to be Titus. And do you not feel like Mologadi has now become a part of who Titus is?
Absolutely, 100%. I think the reason why I call Mologadi my alter ego is because Mologadi plays a part in who I am. So, okay, to answer the first question, how I came about with this content was last year around June. I was bored. I was doing so many things before I started with this content. So I was like, you know what, let me recreate some of the moments and stories that I had growing up. Because Hakehola, I used to have this friend, Bariki Kopano, and we would speak with this accent. We would like talk about everything that you guys see on my content. Would talk about it. Would be like, I want to know it. We'd do that. So last year I was like, you know what? Let me actually recreate it, post it, and see how people receive it. And after the first video, the reception was like enormous.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And how I differentiate from Titus, I think if you meet me in person, you're gonna realize that I don't know how to say it, but I do. There's a thin line. Get Titus, I'm very reserved. I'm in my corner and stuff. But when I'm on social media, oh my gosh. Oh, I thought I lost you. When I'm on social media, it's all about Mologadi. But when you meet me in person, you're talking to Titus, you are engaging with Titus, you're interacting with Titus. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I can kind of see the difference between Titus and Mologadi, and I love it. I think you're versatile, and that is a
Yeah.
very beautiful skill to have. Not everybody is able to be versatile, and not everybody is able to be who they need to be in that moment. So
Yeah.
I want to
I
commend you for that.
I love what you're doing. You have a skill and I don't know if you realize it. You
What
have
skill?
like this ability of allowing people to speak or vent or talk about them. That is like not everyone can do that.
Thank
Not
you. Thank you. And then
yeah.
a question I wanted to ask, right, is when now you blooming, now we love you, now we see the difference that you have, now we see your relevance in society, now we see that there's a need for you to be who you are in spaces. There's rooms created for you. There's a need for you to take up space. How did you know it was time to now set boundaries? And what boundaries have you set to ensure that you are able to remain who you are, to remain because I feel like you have a good heart. So
Thank you.
to still have that good heart, be able to love, but not compromise yourself in the process, and not compromise yourself in your career, which you are.
Yeah. Ma'am, you should like I had an interview today, but it doesn't beat this one. You are asking good questions. Like
Thank you.
I love like questions that I've never been asked before. I love such because it gives me a chance to do some self introspection and get to know exactly who I am. So with boundaries, so when I started, not when I started, I think when Mologadi started booming, I would have like, I would meet fans and they would ask for my numbers.
Okay.
And I would give out my numbers. I would be like, they'll be like, "Khopela number, give le WhatsApp." I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do that.
I'm like that as well.
I was like, yeah, sure, let's do that. And then later on, I realized, or no,
Sorry. Yeah.
sorry about that. Later on, I realized that I can't satisfy everyone. Like, not everyone will have my numbers. Imagine if I'm being followed by 1.2 million people. Ko ba fa kaofela di-number phone and then
Marang.
you know what I mean? So I think those are some of the boundaries that I set for myself. Gore, as much as people are my fans, as much as they support me and they support what I do, there are certain spaces and things that they cannot have access to
Yeah.
in my life. They can't have access to the person that I date. Yes, you can know him, but you can't have access to our relationship. You can't have access to me as a person. Like, you can send me a direct message, but you can't call me at any time that you want. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think those are some of the things that I just restricted and said I can't do that anymore because now I have this huge following. And once you give one person your number, it's so that's why I'm very like cautious with who I share my things with, who I give out my numbers to, and all of that.
Okay, and you mentioned now you setting boundaries within your romantic relationship, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be vulnerable for like 2 seconds. I
Okay.
recently actually lost my relationship because my partner was getting close to my friends, and with my friends,
When people say my partner, we question their sexuality. Like, what?
okay, no, my boyfriend, my man.
Once you say partner, we like,
And you're not
are
the
you
first person
gay?
to say that. my my man. He
Yeah.
so we Stellenbosch is small. You understand? Stellenbosch is very small. So he started like being well acquainted, not well acquainted, but ano hlakana le bakgotsi ba ka. And he felt like because they know who he is to me, they know about our relationship, and so that resulted in him oversharing with them, and that caused like a big fight, right? So I know with my friends, you can know who he is, but you don't have a say in what happens. I can vent,
Yes.
but you don't get to decide what I do, and hence that results in me like just doing things in my relationship and telling you, oh, I did this, oh, I did that, oh, I did that. Especially because I'm a
Yeah.
lover. I'm a lover in the way that I love. Like I'll buy gifts, I'll spend money, I'll do that, I'll
Hey,
do that.
mama. Sames.
You
Sames.
see, and with social media trends, it's like it's giving your partners are not allowed to be spoiled. Or if you're feminine, the masculine one in the relationship is the one that's supposed to be spending the most. And not that I have a problem with being provided for, but there's a
Yeah.
part of me that loves by ensuring that your needs are met, right? And so that is why I was like, okay, I'm not having people have a say in my relationship.
I,
So
I
with
want us
you,
to I want us to touch on that masculinity, femininity, dominant, submissive type of that. Yeah.
okay, you can maybe like lead from there, but my question is now, what boundaries have you set with your friends, people that you've allowed in your safe space to ensure that you have a fruitful relationship?
Relationship. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I will speak about my relationship and then take it to friendships as well. So with
Okay.
my relationship, I think how I treated um to my fans or people that follow me is exactly how I treat it with my friends as well. So they do know the person that I'm dating. They know how we met. They know when he maybe gets me mad or when I get him mad and we fight and stuff. But they don't have any access to him. And that's the one thing that I wanted to preserve for, like, ever since I started dating him. I
Yeah.
don't, like, fine, if you don't find me, you can try, if I'm in trouble, you can try to contact him. But there's never going to be a point where you're going to be like, I was at McDonald's and I was chilling with
Well,
Mama.
just mang mang. Eh.
You can never do that with my partner, and my partner also doesn't allow it to happen. And I love the
Yes.
fact that I'm dating someone who's my best friend because I get to share with him things that I can't share with my friends. So coming to my friends, it's tricky because my friends are influencers as well. So there's a thin line between you guys being friends because it's genuine friendship, and you guys being friends because
Ah,
you're in the same. You know what I mean?
yeah.
No, friendship is tricky. Like even right now, it's I don't even want to touch it. Friendship, it's just tricky because I thought people befriended me because they like me, but later you realize that they befriending you because you're the hot thing right now. You know what I mean?
But okay, before we get to the masculine and feminine conversation, I want
Yeah.
to tap on that to say, do you not think it's possible to like somebody because of you saw them on social media and then actually get to know them and build a genuine friendship? For example, I have a friend who's big on TikTok, like
Yeah.
huge on TikTok. But that for me is not even a part of our friendship. You understand? Like I know the real you, I love the real you, and at some point I wasn't even like keeping up to date with the things that were happening on TikTok because
Yeah.
that's not the foundation of our friendship. You understand? And I think for me, what I'm gonna ask you, right, is maybe try and not write out, because I don't know this influencer things rudiaeng mara le a o batjana le a thotorea batho ba Modimo, yo.
No, what's that? This thing, yeah, seeing someone on social media liking them and building a genuine thing. It can happen. It does happen. It's very much feasible, but it's rare.
Yes, okay,
You know what I
fair.
mean? It's very rare. And I think I had bad luck because the interactions that I've had was the worst. That's why I don't want it to be the foundation of our friendship.
Yeah,
Because
it can't be.
it can't be. When someone befriends you because you're big or because you're a content creator or because they're a fan of your work, when you do something wrong, they will not, tell you. It's going to be like, oh yeah, upinje, you are meeting in my soul. Like
And
instead
it's
of
because I
saying
was in Khabu. See what's up?
Kasa, you know what I mean? Instead of saying no, Titus, you can't do that. You know? So I don't want those kind of friends. And I meet people or I see DMs of people who say, listen, I like you as a person and I want to build a friendship with you. And the child in me wants to give that a try. But I'm like, because of the history that I have, it deprives me to do that. Because now, motho wa o rata ke fene. Every time, like, it's giving fan. When you guys are out, it's giving fan. What they say to you, how they treat you, it's giving fan. Like, it's just fan vibes. You can't be vulnerable with this person because, like, ho bolela ke sa
Because you
rakgadi.
put me on such a high pedestal, so
You know what I mean? Now I can't even come to you, Rakhadi, and say, I'm going through a lot, I'm facing this and that because you see me as a star who's having this perfect lifestyle, this perfect whatever. And that's not the reality.
yeah.
So that it can happen, it does happen. It's just that it doesn't happen to everyone and it doesn't happen every day. So I'm very selective when it comes to that. I'm selective with the people that I allow in my life because I know hore I cannot do break come. So I'm a brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything I can say can be used against me. So I'm very careful with people that I spend time with because tomorrow they can wake up and say, Tata Surila Rahadi. And Rahadi nako kenye ke brand lena. Now it's a whole
Now it's
commotion.
a thing.
I I avoid all of that. So yeah.
Okay. And then you said you wanted to touch on femininity and
The
masculinity.
femininity thing, dude, it's so crazy. So when people saw my boyfriend, the reception was it was mixed. And I'll
Why?
tell
Is
you.
okay.
Because I'm extremely feminine. Like my femininity hits the roof. Ke manyana, like and I can be masculine as well, but I'm extremely feminine. So when they saw my boyfriend, it was what expectations. They were expecting me to date someone who is like like very masculine,
Very masculine.
very masculine. And it was a surprise when I date someone who's also feminine. So every
Really?
time, yeah, my boyfriend is so feminine.
Yeah. Wrong.
My boyfriend is extremely feminine and I like that about him. I don't know. I just find it, I feel like he's been vulnerable and I like that side of him. So when people talk about him to me, I always can tell Hore, actually you're expecting something else. Because they would be like, so ke mang a dirang eng yan? So ke mang a dirang eng yan? And I'm like, wait, re bashimane re le two. What do you mean? You know? Like, because they saw that whole proposal thing, yeah, can you be my boyfriend? So
He did it for you.
he did it for me. He did a whole ground thing. So when people saw that, they were like, okay, Wanyana ke Titus Mishima again. And I'm like, no, I can still spank that bum if I want to. What do you mean? So I don't like this whole, gays having who this is the girl, this is the guy in the relationship. As you said, if you feel like spoiling your partner, you should do it. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be like, I'm a girl, I can't be paying whatever ke ntshetša mošimane tomorrow o tlo ntlogela, and then but gale o mo kota meriri, gale o mo rekela pizza. You love him, so that's what you're supposed to do. So
Yeah.
that whole chat irks me so much because you're yambora, like yambora. Yo.
I completely agree, and for me, it's an underlying thing. They've taken patriarchy to another level, and
Hundreds.
they've made it kind of relevant to this day and age. So it's as if no, we want relationships to work, but there's a huge foundation of patriarchy within it, and
But
there's
where does it come from? Where does patriarchy come from?
where does it come from actually?
Well, I think it's from Batswadi Barina. And I don't want to lie.
Yeah.
Because we were taught, we saw it, we experienced it, hence we are practicing it right now. It's from Batswadi Barina. There are certain things that our moms were not allowed to do because they were regarded as mmereko wa monna or
Yes.
role ya monna ka ntlong. So it comes from batho ba re go tšere ba lebeletše, which is sick because I feel like we are a new generation. We have internet, we have so much information that we can learn from, and we can understand that you appreciating your man doesn't mean that you are trying to turn him into a lady or the lady of the relationship. It's not even that.
That is so true.
We have to unlearn. I feel like we have to unlearn.
I think we have to unlearn, and we also need a certain level of understanding and wisdom, right? Wisdom being the correct application of the knowledge that we acquire, right?
Yeah.
Times have changed. We are in the fourth industrial revolution. Everything is now technology, right? Women are intellectually very smart. And this is really thriving. Unlike in the other revolutions before, men were the ones that were thriving because there was very minimal technology, building, whatever. And we cannot deny that men have a higher physical strength than women, right? And we are nurturers. So during that time, we would function optimally in the house, cooking, cleaning, taking care. We have that heart.
Sorry, how do you pin a comment? I want to pin this comment, but I can't.
I don't know. I didn't even know how to request a live.
Guys, how do you pin a comment? Oh, someone has to do it for me. Okay, I don't know.
Can someone else do it?
Yes.
Okay, but for me, it's people are not understanding that within the times that we're in, we need to be able to analyze and give women a space, give each other room without belittling the other, right? And allow us to diversify, because culture must be able to diversify as times diversify. You understand? Our understanding and implementations of certain things must be relevant to the situation at hand.
Currently, yes.
Otherwise, it leads to our demise, right? So there are aspects of patriarchy that can lead to a household functioning optimally, right? And I do acknowledge that there are structures needed, but the way that it would go about in this generation would be toxic. And the picture that we take from then, trying to implement it now, just won't work, especially because as females or as people, we are given more opportunities, right? It's similar to it's similar to white fragility, right? So I'm in a predominantly white town.
White, yeah. And white institution.
Exactly, very, very white. And Mahua amo, like Kintola, no, apartheid was so long ago. Oh, so,
It's giving. I have a black friend, so how can I be racist? that card. I have a gay friend. How can I be racist?
How can I be homophobic?
Yeah.
You understand? I think it's a similar mindset when it comes to patriarchy, to say, look, no, men are this, so they need to do this, and
Can
women
I
are
ask you
this.
something?
Yeah.
And please be as honest and as like open as you can.
Manchusha.
No, because we do preach these things, but we never practice them.
Okay.
You, wena Rakgadi wena, would you date a man who is not working and you are working? Meaning that you would have to take care of him and you guys.
Can
Okay.
I answer that? Can I be vulnerable? How many people are on here? 340. So this is my story now. My parents, and this I'm gonna answer after I explain this.
Okay.
My parents got married and then blah blah blah. You know how relationships are. They got back together. And then now my dad decided he wants to change careers. My dad decided he wants to be a lawyer. He was a teacher. And my mom said, away. My dad resigned and my mom has been the financial aspect she's been leading very well. Right. So from that knowledge, so my mom has knowledge that my dad loves her. My mom has knowledge that my dad's intention is to make sure that our family wins, our family is held together, right? He had to take a decision to step down from his current state in order to make sure that in the future he's able to make things work. As we speak today, I got a message that he passed his board exams and, you know, win.
Lie.
I'm telling you. Can you see?
Yeah.
Due to that, I understand that there are certain sacrifices that can be made. You just have to be able to be observant and see where it's worth it. There's a difference between a man who isn't working because he cannot find a job and a man who isn't working because he doesn't have a plan and he's not willing to make certain efforts and sacrifices. Right?
Okay.
And dating in the context of, okay, Rajola, we're getting to know each other. It's, okay, at least where you are you able to meet your own basic needs? You understand? There's provision, then there's being a burden.
Ma'am, wait. You better preach, ma'am. Wait, let me follow Rakgadi because there's no way. Preach, ma'am. Oh my gosh.
There's provision and there's being a burden. And this goes both ways. Many women in this generation are being burdened. You understand?
Yo. Well, I can't. Well, indoor must actually. Yeah.
And for me, it's my mom was able to do that because he sat down and he said, this is a plan. My mom can see you can work. You're smart. You can get this degree. There's a timeline. Our kids are going to be fine. Our kids are smart and they're going to, like, sharp. Then I know we're in the right place. And also, it's not like you're sitting and doing nothing. When there are things that needs to be done in the household, you're there. You participate and you're present in our kids' lives. You know what's going on.
But then with your parents, they've been together and your dad was a teacher, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so they were working. But then with you, would you date someone that you just met them? So there's no sacrifice and compromise because you just met them and then they tell you, I'm not working. This is what's happening.
I met a guy during the year, but we're not dating. We're just like getting to know him. And he also did law, but then he decided he doesn't want to work. He wants to venture into his businesses. Okay. At that point, I would have dated him. Yes. Why? He didn't sit down and say, I'm not working. He looked at himself. He said, I have these talents, I have these passions, and this is what I'm going to do. In the next 2 months, he told me I'm opening a haircut thing, a barber shop. Yeah. After that, after opening the barber shop, I'm going to continue with photography, right? He managed to reach out to schools. He was shooting matric dances. Yeah. Yeah. And also, he's good with music. So he was singing, reaching out to musicians that I can date. Nice. So that's a person I can be with. Why? There's vision. Why? You're acting on the vision. So many of us have plans, but we don't act on them, right? Yeah. You need to act on that. There's pursuit of that. And in that, there's consideration. You understand? For me, it's hello, 50 rand. Yang, ya namela or ya reka 6. Ya reka 6 nka se go fe because o tla go line. Like, you understand?
Get
ya
you.
interview nka o fa ebile nka o rekela suit e ke nyaka.
But don't you think it also comes with, guys, time? And I'll tell you what I mean when I say time.
Okay.
Going back to this narration, yeah, the movie. What's that movie? Not Temptation. The
Ya
one
Tyler
that
Perry.
Tyler Perry. Yes.
Efe.
Yeah. The girl who played Pookie, the woman who played Pookie in Empire. What's her name?
Acrimony.
Yes. 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 Arieng acrimony. So you are saying, he has vision, he has plans. But then, for how long are you gonna keep helping this person? Like, when do you get to a point where you're like, okay, Sana. Okay, and you can see that this person has a vision. This person is working so hard to achieve that, but things are not clangering.
So the issue with that movie, and I'm gonna take a different analysis about it.
Dim or Ronko agreement.
And you know what the issue is with all of
Yeah.
that's going on, right? He could have had a good attitude and decided, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to retain a healthy relationship. To a certain extent, he wasn't. It became toxic. It became unhealthy. There was quite a lot of gaslighting through it. There was a point where he was neglecting her. You see, a relationship has different avenues to it. You understand? And you can't just say, I'm going to focus on that and neglect the other, right? I can be able to help you in this regard, but play your role. And at some point, I don't think she left because she didn't believe it was going to work. I think at some point she got tired because you are focusing so much on this and you are so held up on this idea that the basis of our relationship,
on the
you see, you can't say, I can't be the one assisting you with things and then you come home and come gaslight me. I can't be the one sowing into you and believing in you, but you can't even believe in our relationship enough to sow into it.
I'm reading the comments. Like, the man is the one who's wrong. Also, she allowed her family to get into it. But in this regard, I just wanted to get Rachadi's perspective on it, because you would say, okay, I would if someone has a plan, but
And
it can
is working on the plan.
and is working on that plan, on implementing it, but it can get very tiring.
It really can. And you know yakamutu, to be honest.
Nante ke tshabang ko bo say the biggest nightmare or whatever ye ke tshabang is being there for someone when he's like going through the toughest times, and then when dilo tsa hae di popa out like that yantusa. What do you mean?
No, but you know, sometimes as people, and you can take this with a pinch of salt. This is just my analysis, rough analysis of things. There are always signs of how a person really feels about you in a relationship. We just convince ourselves that because there are good moments, those good moments now can cloud over every other bad thing that is happening. You understand? And yes, sometimes ya re dula motho ba nrata re dia eng mara o fitha point engwe le wena wa bona gore ai o yena ai, not make sure. And also, let's be fair to say, people grow apart. People grow apart.
Grow apart re dilo di popa. Re grow. You are literally taking your allowance. You are helping this person. Atula a get a traka ya 50 million. Atoma adira I grew apart. Why I grew apart it more fitter now.
Watamara design di kae? Design dire okay, ke mo file allowance sharp. And then yena wa to
Read this comment, sorry. Because they know.
They can afford to date their real time. And wa tseba gore motho a re maybe ke rata manala, I love doing my nails, right? Ofa allowance yaka wena go sono kry-a spanenyana gore sekoroponyana le se ka ba sa 2 days o gola 500 ka ra 500 ela o pala ko mpha le 100 rand ya gore moga jaaka o ta bona gore di that's a sign already gore ga to kry-a million yona o nyile
That's true.
chai.
That's true. No, that's true. That's true. The time I was asking you question, would you date someone who's not working and stuff? The comments came in. Everyone, they were like, "Nine angas. And umpoche, do you think social media has a role has a role in this whole notion of saying I can't date a man who doesn't work? Because they look at boom. Okay, I don't want to name people because, they look at certain people, certain influencers, and then those certain influencers, when they are doing interviews, they always say, I get girlfriend allowance, I can't be with someone who doesn't give me 50K a day or whatever. And then they're like, now they change their whole mindset. Because growing up, guys, everyone will be little mindset. Happily ever. That's the whole notion we had because we grew up watching that. But now social media came and now we're learning that
So can I respond to that, ne?
yeah.
So there's a verse that says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. There's also a verse that says, faith comes by hearing, right?
Yeah.
That just shows that what you consume is then what is going to come out of you. Many of us consume this content and therefore we get indoctrinated by it, subconsciously even, right? And that's what is going to come out of us. Right. And because we see so much of it and we see parts of it, people forget that I can take a 5-minute video or a 5-second video and post it on TikTok and then leave out the hours leave that out. You understand? And for me, I think it has shaped so much of how we think, and it has led to the demise of many relationships, right? Do I think Mona is able or betcha basadi? Yes. Kerata o betchiwa? Yes. I was telling my uncle the other day, gore na monna lerato la thoka tšhelete ke lenyaki. Ke lenyaki. Ke sharp. And that's not because I'm now money hungry. No, that's because I know I'm a giver and I love consideration. The question now becomes
reciprocation as well.
Reciprocation. The question is, are you able to sow in aspects of my life that you are not able to benefit from? That's the real question.
Yeah.
You're not only taking me out on dates after rounds. You're not only getting me food after rounds or taking me to your place after rounds. It's, I'm going to do my nails and my nails have nothing to do with you. I'm going to do my hair. My hair has nothing to do with you. I'm going to eat this chocolate alone and you're not even going to taste it, right? That has nothing to do with you. Are you able to be considerate to that extent? And abanna ba betcha, that's for sure. Marabanna si ditlaila. A person cannot sow where they know the soil is not fertile, and a person cannot sow where they know they're not going to reap.
Ma'am, wait. There's someone who said we should at them a break. I really at breaking a day. Preach, ma'am. If he wants to, he will. 100%. Hello, Keto.
Ke sa dia camera ya mampiri.
Okay.
O tsena ka mesa Mologadi, tlo re bora.
Ha re ba batho ka moka di kae?
Oh my gosh! Hi!
Di kae? Nna a sena re ga di ke nna mmana ke tsebisiwa ke.
I know you!
A ke vuredi di gua nna fela ke tlilo re yo tša fela ke.
I love your videos.
Ke nyaka di fodiše menagano gale le vurera dilo tša botlhokwa.
Wait, Ketso. You need to prank someone for me. I know you.
Ooh, I can. I don't mind.
Oh, the switch up.
No, I know how to speak English, guys. I'm just being silly, you know. No, it's in kapal like a sekgowa.
Like I've seen, I think 3 videos where you were pranking someone, and I just cracked up. I was like, oh my gosh.
Nna ke kgopela gore o prank ex yaka.
Mphe dinomoro tjae, ke nyaka ho mo diang.
Please, you need to.
Lesham,
There's no way.
you guys okay?
How are you?
I'm okay. I've been here listening, and I'm like, these people need to laugh a little. Kgale re le serious. Di
No,
vulela ka
cause
mebereko, di vulela ka ditjhelete, di vulela ka dilo tse ka moka.
we went through this. Like somehow we went through it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all did. We all had our fair share.
Yeah, so hence now, and I think every time when we go through a toxic relationship, it kind of tarnish or changes your mindset when it comes to love. Because now you love cautiously. Now you don't give your all anymore. Now you have the doubts when you get into a relationship. So
Yeah.
that's annoying. What's up?
Oh, Lord.
What time is it now?
12.
Just give me a few minutes. Yeah, so
12.
no, actually, let me Kezo, do you have like 2 cents that you wanna add before I add someone?
No, I don't. I just wanted to say hi. That's it.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. What's your guys' take on who pays the bill on dates? Okay, as both students, let me answer that. Okay,
Hi
wait.
guys.
Hi, babe. How are you?
Seshabo guys. Eh, ke a le kwa lebelela ka tšhelete he mobecho matlhankora. Now guys, personally, and this is my 2 cents. After my 2 cents, ke tla tswa ke re. Personally, no, it hits home, guys. It tlhapa pelo. Guys, I started working at the age of 16, right?
Okay.
So now I have a perfect job, good job, what I studied for, everything is perfect, ne? O go tle moshimane o tsoko. Ke sa mo tsebe gore o tswa kae.
Urumile ke mang?
O rumile ke mang a ke tsebe. A ta mpotse gore hayi ish no wa tseba mmereko kwasha kwacima he sinjani how I can understand. You understand? Personally for me, I feel like people are just okay, lack of a better word. People are just lazy to go and unaka miracle, guys, honestly. It's serious.
I'm not gonna say anything.
No, this is my 2 cents. This is my 2 cents. I started working at the age of 16
Yes.
till like today, right? And then here go to like the daughter must. Ne? I feel like most of the time, like even alone let's say you're in a relationship with a person or like now a year later, you understand? And then maybe like you guys break up and stuff, and then now you go into another relationship. You are so used to like maybe mutaka wantela and stuff like that. I don't know, like you can correct me if I'm wrong, ne?
Yeah.
Mutaka like now I'm in this relationship. Now I gonna like the table for two and stuff like that. So like now you must adjust to le go gopela ya manala baby gape go ne especially kwa ba re di pedicure what 250 le gopela go apala because you're so used to tshwara tsa modi ya motho wa ka le wena ba go bone, you understand? Not for me, I don't think I would like date a person or be with a person
Who doesn't work?
who doesn't work.
That's fair.
You
Don't you
understand?
think it's because of what you went through?
100%, like literally 100%.
Yeah, but okay. Let me not vouch for people that I don't know. But then I was saying, it doesn't mean that the next person is gonna be the same.
No, but you know what I can add on that, ne? is why I can respect that is because sometimes as motho onale the goals or you have a certain standard. I live a certain lifestyle or I have certain things. Somebody who work might just not be compatible with that. You understand? I want to maybe in the next 5 years buy a house or buy a car or do this. And if you're not able to match that type of energy, you might to a certain extent be somebody that's dragging me down to a phase that I've overcome.
Yeah.
And I think it's very nice for you that you're self-aware to know I just don't want that for me. And that's fair. I think there's certain aspects of my life where I have certain standards to say I don't want that for me. It's not wrong, but for me, ke shapo ka vibe.
Ke rata vibe.
Nna ke gape ka vibe. Nna ke sharp. Anyway, guys, that's my 2 cents. And
Okay,
stuff.
no,
Ke tla
thank you so
ntheletša
much.
ka mo di-windong tša di-comment and stuff. And
Okay, so
ba ba reng Ndoda must re tla ba loma 5 years ka moo ka shame. Anyway. Bye, guys.
bye, Sheila. Sheila batla mo loma, statement sa hae batla mo attacker. Did you see
You
the
know what
comment?
you do?
No, I think okay, qu'est-ce qu'elle a say because I don't know what she wanted to say. But yeah, that statement wasn't
I cannot
pleasant.
say.
No, because how she said it, she said, what did she say?
Some people are lazy to work. I think people
like,
are
what
just
do you
lazy to
mean?
work.
In South Africa? What do you mean?
Ka economy ya Cyril.
Yeah, Mutipe, you should join as well, but okay. I don't know, she's been commenting. Let's just see the next one. Baraka economy, which is not true. This is Sada.
Okay, while this person is still joining, you know what I think it comes from?
Yeah.
People that work from a young age and are generally hard workers sometimes find it difficult to resonate with other people who have not done that and are simply waiting on getting a job in the corporate space or actually being employed. So I get it. I actually kind of get it because that's what I was saying. Effort to say, "Au krei mmereko mara o dia eng?"
Jane. Lani ke eng?
Plane ke eng? A o ka se no dula wa rapalala le wena. O nyaka tšhelete a mang yaka? Okay.
Why can't we have girls who take care of guys who like exactly
Why last no friend?
No, I love challenging people so that why can't the very same things that guys are doing, why can't girls do it? Why can't you guys send guys their allowance? Why can't you do their hair, nails? Why can't you why? Guys, don't come for me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Claire. I'm kidding, guys. No. But no, actually, I agree, but not related to the situation. Can you? Oh, wow. What's
Hi,
your take?
Jessica.
Hi, Jessica. I was doing that okay today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Jessica, I think like a phone or something is happening.
But no, actually, co-ask. I agree with Mologadi. There's a difference between effort, logo tokomela. Do you understand? O tokomela. Manswa wima.
Umurakela cosmetic. Umurakela, like you just take care of him.
Hey, there's take care in different ways. I know with my ex-boyfriend, I got him haircuts, I bought him a perfume, I got him gifts, a lot of like.
Wena o lava, ne?
I am the biggest lover, like the biggest.
You're a lover, Shem. Because the reason why I'm asking this question, I don't know if you know this show, yeah, What Would You Do? So what would you do is like they play a scenario and see the public's reaction to it. So for an example, they can like babievana mostrateng batlishe monna aro like o ka rona go ba utswa, so then ba nyako bana reaction ya hao gore are you going to help or are you going to ignore? So it's like what would you do? So they made the scenario about this.
Sorry. I can't reclaim it koloi. Krile cologne. Hekati, man. Hey.
So there's a scenario, yeah, Mona Bargena stay at home dead. I get. Let's see. Thing is, I wish I could play the clip, but you guys should search it. What would you do? Stay at home dead. So this guy was making fun of him, saying that you can't be a stay-at-home dad. That's not a real job and stuff. And the public's reaction, they were like, actually, that's a real job, you know, whatever. So I'm like, if white people can do that, why can't black people do it? Like, why can't we have stay-at-home dads or stay-at-home boyfriend? And then
I think people can, just not me.
you guys can, but
Nah.
you wouldn't.
And that would be wrong ka man. Banna.
Yeah, you can.
Hola. Wa mo fa allowance. A rekela ngwanyo no ngwe di etsa tsa Gucci. As country re nyakanyakana le di masantas ya Gucci. Nyakanyakana le masantas ya Gucci.
Ke bona tla ke bo. Ke Gucci. Hopela le bodeng Gucci, please. Kisha.
Yeah.
And it says my face.
Mracha George.
Give me grade.
Unti for birthday.
There are a lot of stay-at-home men. Ladies just hide them for ego. Dude, actually, there are a lot of ladies that take care of men, but
it goes back to the example that I gave with me at home, right? My dad was not necessarily in a corporate role because he was studying, but he was making amends. Like he was about pusha kherez, or stay-at-home dad. Stay-at-home dad good lomang, guys. Like uthaza washini like we made ebane like we even re tsela mani gore a emenyana then u like wa ngushisha
ile ka dira video ya Mologadi ya POV, those girls who give their boyfriends their money and pretend like money. I don't know if you've seen it. So in that video, Mologadi o groove mona le motho wa baby gape ke nyako reka bona okay baby a re ditse ka re dira high five then o mo fa card a fetsa gore baby go pala on rekela istropads ba gotse ba Mologadi ba re tjo wena monna go rata a re rata. So that's reality ya South Africa.
It's a reality. Banyana ba mo Instagram ba reka mablomo wa kitiela lo cheka muka and these people, a lot of these people where you find out the women
ya ratwa dilo tsa batho lo jewe asitjao ska dilo tsa batho because you don't know what di dia jwa
intrene ke bolelang gore motho ta ke le butseng koloi ke ntrongwe massive ke for example ka koloi ke ntrongwe massive
mara ba reka ka ba reka brot
ba reka o ka re ba reka borotso and ka lenyalo o kreng wanyana oh my god my man banna ba tsare basadi ba byang o ra hore nka reka ntlo e kaka wa ba sa purchase e tswa kae then it affects structure sa household re ya tseba re affect structure sa household income.
There are some of them back nyala mara
Yes.
are motho ona fetsa go nyala ke fetsa maka nna ka se ditšana tšona monna ka se ditšana monna ka se ntse se tlela ba lebelela ha
Like in Chichamagad.
Hey, I'm a transfer leon, our baby.
Okay.
It's always them because they know.
Hey, that's how I check frustration, Jamon. That's not bedroom. Bedroom to manage.
My friend did. Guys, my friend. No, that's sad.
My friend did. Hey, listen.
That is sad. Marana kiraiphina rena. Kirna di dialas tabani. So rena whether
Ding.
di dialas tabani.
What is that?
Dial star.
Oh, dialas tabani. So rena he ronchamiwa magadi mangun checha mang. Okay, for some gay relationships they do that, but I don't think I want that. Like, also I don't want to get married, so I don't want that whole treatment. Dowry, or udrang or udrang. I don't want it
You don't want to get married at all.
at all.
Yo, why?
Okay, this is what I always say. When I
Yeah.
date Rakhadi and I break up with Rakhadi, I'm still known as Mologadi, right? If I date Rakhadi, get married to Rakhadi, and get divorced, get divorced. Now, Kinani Mologadi the divorcee. That's a title. Now it carries, like, now when you go for other dates and stuff, hi, I'm a divorcee. That's a title, guys. Ki make a title. Ki sharp. Hi, my name is Titus here. I've been in relationships. That's it.
Why we're not such a divorcee?
Because people get married to divorce.
But what? They get married to divorce.
Yeah.
Okay, now we didn't know about that one. Now we got married because we love each other.
I would say because you're married. Yeah.
And now if we divorce, okay, let's say get divorced right now. Okay, didn't know how we like I'm a divorce.
No, they do. You have to. It's like having a kid. It is part of your name. Because this person is going to be in a relationship with you. They need to know what you've been through. So it's better, Kere, I have eggs, than to say I'm a divorce. Yo, guys, now
What up, Tata guy? Not agree, and I'm you start something planning for its failure. Why?
that's not a valid reason. I know it's not, but I use it. Thing is, guys, I feel like black people, they enjoy the wedding and not the marriage. And that is weight level. Mañana. And that is what I don't want. Like, if I say I want to get married, I want to do it because I see whatever and whatever. But now I feel like we do it because of the celebration of the day. It's
But you can change the narrative for you.
true. I guess now I don't want to tie knots. Yeah.
Okay, utata ustroya ya kare. Nanyaka lenyalo nna.
Yeah, guys, yeah. And the craziest thing, when I met with my boyfriend before we started dating, it's the first thing that I had to say on our date because I wanted him to know, Hore, if this is going very far, just know, Hore, I'm not into it to get married to you. And he wants to get married and he wants kids. I don't want kids. I want dogs. He doesn't want dogs. You know what I mean? So even today, he has this whole thing. He's gonna change my mind. So
Betsy is actually asking. So, what are you actually dating for?
to have a lifetime partner,
But you can be that in the constitution of marriage.
ma'am. Number 1.1, Mudima nyakiri taban di jola. Re nyalela eng? Re nyalela eng then? Like,
That one I'll take. I'll take that one because that was actually so funny. Like, how did you think of that?
no, my thing is, guys, I have like different philosophies when it comes to marriage. fine, they're saying boys shouldn't date each other, but now we date each other and then we want to get married. And when you want to get married, you are practicing what's in the Bible, because they're saying you guys should marry each other, meaning that you put, like, it's a lot. It's like, no, ma'am, count me out, And I don't want to get too much into it because people are going to feel like it's internalized homophobia or whatever, and which is not. It's
It's
just
just your preference.
me, myself, I don't want to get married. But my boyfriend, go check it later, drop a phone, I don't want to shut up. Like, he does that all the time.
Give me Zulu. Give me shaka shaka.
Hey. But are you willing to settle with him without? Absolutely. Absolutely. I want my dating, guys, I want to have a lifetime partner where we have our own houses, but we're staying together. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yes, spacing and Asia talking.
Gosh. It is so that I can make your outfit. When I get an outfit Saturday, Tushan, get outfit Saturday.
What do you want Saturday?
I'm going to these queer Met, like Met Gala type of vibe.
Ooh.
I want to look
Next.
all snatched. Yeah.
Let's go over to sleep. Get on the Janna.
Rakadi tla bontshetsa monna magadi.
Yes, Gabora.
Nako o botsa batho re o nyetse, nako o tseba ga o tsore monyetse.
Wa ba ke thekela le koloi wa itisha ku.
And ever so, what's about so? Let's go. You, I say, yo.
No, guys, but I feel like I feel like we overthink. I go ra re batho ba ke ntšhetša magadi, guys, like
Ucha can take it, ba.
is there a sane person who would do that?
Go ucha can take it, bang.
Mara ba confessa ke re le mo TikTok.
Eh.
Ba rile ba dia.
And bang khathela hore ba fetsa o tuthuriwa go go felelela ba di podcasting bolla.
You know what I mean?
Ba fetsa ba ke ba re I did this kancha. Na re le judge ra ku sure love e jwang. Mara nna ntse ra nang go gore le ne le fetsa go tswa kwa. Le ta gore na ka rena ra gafela. Why do you do this for a man? When at the time o mo direla.
O dia bona nei.
Le nna ntogele ke be stela ke tla re ke tshwele ka re ya o boletse nnete mara o le tshwele ka ra di relationship tša lena le re botsa how men are dogs, how men are cats.
Mara ga o doga o no e kwa boss.
Doga ntjori yo si limon we.
Guys, I know. I don't believe people can do that. Like, I really don't. Because what do you mean pay for your own lobola? No. Nadi gay, but for si zolala naye. Abadlal. One thing about my people, when they see you post your man, they will go to your man's DM. No, also, they are testing how loyal he is. They will, I'm telling you, and that time that person will follow. I get, oh yeah, how I DM, but hi. Are you good? No, I was just checking up on you. Vanya go ding si zola.
Girle ka mazama na mlo fetsa wa tsere nka se tsere jang nka se tsere lona ka nke mo wetse nke mo sa bone tjana
I think it's
na ke a borela shem and especially basadi.
Have you experienced that? Yes, I have. And the craziest thing is I've experienced it with all the relationships that I've publicized.
Why you publicize alone?
Babes, it's in my nature. I'm a content creator. But besides, I don't... Okay, yet. I don't make it like an everyday content or in your face or whatever. I just...
O ka publicize mara wa se re botse gore ke ma.
Oh no, that I can't. I tried, but after that whole boyfriend proposal thing, everyone knew about him. like after that one, they were like, hey, when they see me with him, it's like, "Ke motho ke motho." So even after that, okay, so what happened is he posted us on his TikTok and Instagram, and then people saw that. I don't know how people can see these Mutasao take. He didn't even tag me. He just posted a video of us, and then they saw him, and then they went to his page, and then yeah.
ga bosotse mojalo o santse o ne o tsena o tsipile marao o ntse matha.
le tsena ka go calculate la tsena le ka di-casio la tsena le ka everything la tsena ka di-casio
O tsipileng.
O santse o ne o tsipa marao because lonto e molemo.
ao la tsa bothata ke eng le ne le tsena ka ra mojolo le se ke botsa botsikere o tsena ka ra mojolo tsena mona o ska tsena ka o taste wa calculate wa shumisha di-casio ka ra mojolo e no wena o nkwešiša go e tšoka kwa do your best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if your best it's not enough, amen, you try to pay.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I used to hold back. Like every relationship I've been in, I've always had the itlo fela or what if you or whatever. Right now,
And then now my previous relationship, the one I just came out of, ke tsene ke ntse ke tseba re to fela mara ka tsena ene ka ke phina.
Wena ka o rata wena. Wena ke o rata because you are honest and wa tseba gore o jwang.
o tseba gore.
Ka tsena mara ka enjoy ka make sure ke enjoy at least ke ya senya nako ke di ntho ke nyakang ka ke phina.
Wow, wena ke o ratela tsa.
Na I guys they can feel like ngwanyana di short courses like 1 week 2 weeks.
It's not a short course, no big deal.
1 week 2 weeks. So after being single for like a year and a half, I met someone and then I was like, I'm gonna give it 3 months. If it passes 3 months, then people will know about him. Because 3 months for me is a year. I never reached that. I never reached that.
I think this was my longest. We would have been 2 years in January. 2 years, multiple breaks though. No, dear Hemishana, Hema Moya.
I love it.
But it was not something I was ready to give up on, and neither was he. You understand?
Wait, have you healed?
No, I haven't, and I love him so much. I still love him so much.
Ma'am, Jessica, we lie. You love him?
Go for it.
No, like you love him.
Muto, mara guys, concept ya gore motho a o tsebe go feta gynecologist o fetse o exo gare ke stranger. Apa ona ntwa sa itsebeng le nka te operation e massive. Guys,
that's what I hate. Like every time when I'm in love with someone, it's either you're gonna be my lifetime partner or someone that I hate with all of my heart. You know what I mean? Because if it doesn't work out, it means you're gonna hate this person.
Why?
And I'm like, what? No, Kerore. It's that thing it's either I'm gonna lose you or have you. So that whole lose you. Yeah.
Lena, I don't think I know how to let go of things easily. Like I'm a person that will try every avenue to make sure it works. And for me, because in one of our breakups, he was saying, Ori, I don't want to lose you, but I can see you. Yeah, one of I don't want to lose you, but I can see like you're not able to be with me and just have me as a friend. Kare friend bjang because to dula wa ba le crush ka itseba ka tswa re ke a iphala ka boya yaba I miss you, let's have coffee tonight and then
That one.
So it can't work for me. It's either you're that, if you become my partner, it's either you remain my partner or we are done. That's that.
But
And
I'm just...
the amount of love is equal to the amount of hate. And just yesterday I sent a voice note telling him I hate him, and that was such a lie.
Such a lie. I just broke no contact after a month. I just answered his call. You get why?
Nama paka di back o yo mone le bolele botse face to face.
No. Okay, I saw this TikTok. Wait. I need to remember it. Word for word, verbatim. Wait. Oh, Barry, when you girls say, he always comes back. He's gonna come back to check if you're still stupid.
Ngana o ra ke stupid re.
Like it's stupido.
Nna ke dog monna.
When I heard that, I was like, clock it.
Ale monate so ke motlogele for what? You are.
And at that time, I'll carry kabato. Oh, Shem, you don't love yourself.
Wait, he texted me, Are, Nyaka, who fella how I'm doing. Imagine.
I wonder what I'm doing.
We broke up about a year.
Since level.
We broke up about a year and a half ago, but I'm struggling to date. I still love him. Yo, that's a long time.
Idio buelana le serafi sa gago le gafe ka moka le ta fixa go gare go iwa pele. And se selebo o rile she's married ne o ta go botsa di realities tša gona gore bona ba so.
10 years.
Mologadi, I want to be personal now. Yeah, you can be personal. Nale no ke mo image, I can't move on.
Thank you.
Mologadi wa bona e ka re January re so boelane go sendela tao. Go sendela tao.
At least you know you know your worth. That man, it's what. Yeah.
No, you're worth it, Kiwanyana.
Oh.
Ke postile video I think maloba ya gore re ka sebe bo know your worth ka moka. And a ke wele ka know your worth.
Number 3.
Huh?
Guys, it's all right. It's all right. Answer the call.
Okay, if we did something and we are going to push us, in no chela pay, we're not talking about trouble. How would just tell Marapelu hearing Pelu Tilaja Pelu?
No, I think Lerikin better go back up. Better go back until you can't.
Yeah.
Nago well of tell Limpoloka at this point.
When family meeting.
Na ba ntshwere gale bile ba ngadile ba paleja phone ba di re paka bego tsamae ba ngadile. But you know what my chat is with about worth ne? Tako for example, enka tjia 10 rand ka rata. Does that reduce the value of the 10 rand? No.
No.
Wait.
Dra example ka class. Wait, Dra example
Yeah, class re ta idea ka trust. That is one thing I can tell you can never be fixed. When trust after I found out you did something or I see you do something, it's going to be very difficult. In fact, it won't be as before. Even if I trust you now, it won't be as innocent and as pure as it was before. Ye work idea ka trust. Maraka value yaka as motho. I cannot attach my identity and value to my significant other. It cannot work. One kushisha. And yes, as motho 10 rand aya dielwa go gatagatiwa, correct. Mara, what you do to it does not change its value.
Kiaran. Kinaka o dear questionnaire. Ubuchishore. To every guy who has ever dated Titus, raise your hand if you know I'm dressed there. I wanna know me one. Me, I know my worth like I could save it.
And it's a level village arm, Jolly calculator, I will say, guys, what's our worst day? Oh, Sibia.
But the woman would tell a kitchen and I said, Kira Kadiak, Bantu Medish. I should do it like his son.
Thank you, King. clock it. It changes the quality. It doesn't change the value, but the quality. Ya setlefala, itomo ba yesese, ya tlhakatlhakana.
Hey, true. And it's fine. Mara still get 10 rand. I'm a G for real. I'm a G.
When you need to leave, ma'am.
No, ke leave ke re lampona ga ntse ke leave mara that doesn't mean ka se boyele.
My ex-girlfriend cheated on me with our tenant. I found out and she asked me for space. Banyana. Ai, wa bona ba we ke bo le re ke mang ke ba lefapha la rena. Ba we batla o tshwarisha stroke wa setsetse.
You know the thing ke everything ka banyana. Go banyana.
No, o bolela Moketso. She's lesbian, I'm assuming. Yes.
Aw mara go botsa ka banyana.
So ba ba tshwarisha ba we. Stroke sa na selo. Ragadi lena le diesel.
Aw wena wa tsa banyana ba jwa ke mo jola ka le moshimana a etswa ka cooler box a ke o tsba fridge shala ka gae and fridge a re e rekile ke ba wa tlo go e bula ke ra wa yo go e bula o e bula
Just like bolela nnete.
You guys you need, I don't know, you need therapy.
Na ke sharp ka therapy le yona ke izamile.
I want to ask about Piero. Do you actually believe for top role? Yes, I do. I do actually respect people's roles, and I feel though versatile people are not respected. I feel like they're not. They are like they're treated like it's a fetish, and it's not. It's who they are, and it's what they want to do.
aw tsa zo ba nna ke a polokwa le go sasa ka matjeke ke a mmereko
Le nna ke boshego banna. Mologadi, it was lovely having this conversation with you. Sis Lebo, le traveling safe.
awa ba travel safe wena morati ona ke o rata ka o honest o
I love you. I love you
Thank
too.
you so much. Because wena lenna re ka dula fa se ra ya coffee o
Yes.
ra se bolele know my worth re no bolela e monna mare ke monna ba da
Ne ba bosega mpe. Ra ipshina ka bona.
Rakgadi, it was lovely interacting with you. Thank you so much for joining.
Bye.
Bye. I know your worth, Sada. Guys, I'm gonna have to love and leave you. It was so nice. Like I enjoyed thoroughly. And please go follow Rakgadi Claire. She's so sweet. Just show her what's this? I don't know if she's in the comments, but go to her handle and follow her. And yeah, man. Say bye.
Bye guys. Nintanda.
Bye. Tomorrow again, same time. Sure.